and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going life. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Way back a year ago. All the roads we traveled, the journey of our lives. Take another picture before we say goodbye. Arm in arm we're standing side by side. Memories fade, but legends never die. One last time, let's live for something. I can feel my blood, it's rushing. This ain't goodbye, we'll be back someday. And we will find our own way. Take control of our fate. And like a car with no brakes, crash and learn, make mistakes, and we'll be back one day.
All I'm gonna say, best of luck, everyone. Black, bold, and bodacious, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god, whoa! That's Jocko! What the fuck? Team captain, the ball hammer connected! Oh! 1, 2, 3. Bye! Poke got pinned on his birthday. What? Cruiserweight's one of it, champ. Oh, Dino! Oh, the briefcase! Merry Christmas! Divine intervention! She's not won a championship in a long time, but that is the perfect way to get a championship after a long time. That bold egghead gore, I was never in doubt, ladies and gentlemen. Earns her second championship. A former tag team champion, GMK! A Reverend wants Poke! Ace in the chamber, what do we do? Oh, okay, reverses! Okay, reverses, big clothesline! Looks to close it! Oh, he closes him in! Make him say Aqua, we set up for the finisher after this, surely. Ladies and gentlemen, and new! Big D, Venatos, and Fitzy Finger. I can't wait for the dumpster match. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Number one wrestling show in sports entertainment. Oh my god. Oh my god. Norm! He's hulking up, ladies and gentlemen. What's Bobby doing on Warzone? A chokeslam to Eden. Romani got pinned. Romani got pinned! The greatest intercontinental champion. All he needs to do is close Smigo eliminated himself. Smigo just eliminated himself. Oh my god, it's Tony Stone! It's Tony Stone! The wise man! Go to sleep on Drew! Brian Curtis is taking it, ladies and gentlemen. That was a back up that Zeke. Daniel is sucking. Oh, what is his fun doing here? Romanic's done it, ladies and gentlemen. Romanic is the new. He's elevating. He's back from sleep. Oh, he's here. Oh, will he pick RK, Queen of the Ring? Well, I've always been a fan of Key. I've always been a fan of Key. Spins him round for the first FaceTime of the show. It's King Daniel. Seconds after he won, all three stables have held the World Heavyweight Championship. Oh, Ministry versus Ministry. Dragon Romanic inside Hell in a Cell. That's what we love. Fury wins again. 3, 2, 1. It's a Claymore. Ladies and gentlemen. Hit a blade in the ring. Get on Claymore to 1. What did 1 do, ladies and gentlemen? I have a vagina. Dumb bitch. Oh, Zeke being bent over. 1 kid. What the fuck? We will catch you in season number 4 for the final time. Until then, this is who we are. You could all go suck a dick, mate. You could all go. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen of the Regentskid YouTube channel. Today is a KR day here on WOAH Warzone, ladies and gentlemen. I actually love the intro. Honestly, they just keep getting better and better, ladies and gentlemen. They really, really do. And here we go. Week 150. The big 150, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it feels damn good. Now, I will say, originally, KR was not supposed to be booked today on commentary. KR was going to be over on Friday Night Fury. However, there was some debacle, apparently, because RK is the general manager this week of Fury, if you missed it. Apparently, the Warzone GM, Jocko, didn't feel comfortable with the Fury GM commentating. So I got the last minute call up here today, but I'm not complaining. Commentating week 150. And that means if RK books himself, KR's going to be commentating all 3 shows this week, ladies and gentlemen. So triple duty for your boy KR. And speaking of triple duty, ladies and gentlemen, Oliver freaking Kings, the king of the Cruiserweight, kicks off his first out of 3 defense here today against a Tolu, ladies and gentlemen, on WOAH Warzone. Now, there is also a triple threat, Kaiju, Davey LaRusso, and HK Styles here today. The winner of that match will go to Rise in a triple threat. It's WOAH Warzone's winner, whoever wins out that triple threat, versus Ollie, versus a Fury superstar. Now, of course, that only happens if he successfully defends against a Tolu here today. Then if he can defend against the triple threat on Rise, he will also defend on Fury, ladies and gentlemen. A lot to go through here today. Hello, the Universal Champion of Fredo kicking things off here today. What better way to kick off week 150 than with a Universal Championship defense, ladies and gentlemen, from the leader of the Bullet Club. Of course, switching gears to the main event, Lilith Lanza, we see you as well as Oliver freaking Kings. There is the king of the Cruiserweights himself on his first defense here today. Lilith Lanza with back-to-back main events. Maybe RK is correct in that she is the face of WOAH Warzone. Speaking of, ladies and gentlemen, 11-month Roonies for the ministry members here today. Absolutely kicking off week 150 on the right note. Lilith Lanza with an open challenge, ladies and gentlemen, meaning anyone can come out of that WOAH Warzone locker room for a shot, a chance, a grasp at the RPW prestigious championship. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 championship matches here today. Week 150 kicking off with a bang. Of course, Rise on Thursday is going to be managed by Nicole O'Grady. First things first, Carnival of Madness is also beginning today. King Daniel, the king of the ring, the 2-time king of the ring, with a membership. Noah as well, the Diamond Dogs. The Diamond Dogs, ladies and gentlemen. Who let the dogs out? It is Noah and Luka Novak here today in tag team action against the Hand, ladies and gentlemen. 2 versus 2 action here today. Zeke vs Brandon Bombs also occurring, and more, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be exciting. I love you, Kevin. Please don't bug. I apologize. The Diamond Dogs are here. The Diamond Dogs are in the building. And I'll be honest with you, I'm wearing my dark blue for Warzone. I'm so excited for the Diamond Dogs, ladies and gentlemen. I think Noah and Luca could do something amazing on Warzone in the tag team division. I don't know what it is, but I feel like they could do something absolutely amazing. I really, really do. I think it'll be hilarious. I think it'll be amazing. 23,000 here for week 150, ladies and gentlemen. It is amazing to see the response that KR gets every single time KR shows up. It's a reason KR is commentator of the year back-to-back, ladies and gentlemen, here in RPW. It really, really is. I love Regents Pro Wrestling. I think we have so much fun, and we have an amazing show here today. Oliver freaking Kings, my GOAT. KR is the GOAT. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. See, RK's ego through the roof, right? RK's ego through the roof. Sometimes KR, little old KR, needs a little loving, you know? Sometimes KR needs a little loving. First things first, of course, as always, so far, we have not had... We have had 2 gifted now, ladies and gentlemen. Lamin, the Grim Reaper, getting a gifted as well. No, a gifting to the current general manager and the former Friday Night Fury team captain. I hope the Diamond Dogs have a good match, especially since Luca's contract is in question today. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, a big announcement from Jocko before the show here today regarding the Cure's future. The Cure's been here since the beginning, ladies and gentlemen, of RPW, pretty much since season 1. They've evolved a lot since then, but potentially we could be looking at a very different Cure here in season number 4, which again I think is very, very interesting, very, very exciting to say the least, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's very, very exciting indeed, the fact that it could go pretty much any way possible with the Cure. First things first, like I say, are we finally getting a randomizer championship match here in RPW? No, again, week 150. It continues to land on no. Junior Smileman might get the record for longest randomizer championship reign at this rate, ladies and gentlemen. There's no respins, you know that. There are no respins. I think respin for 150. I'm not in control of that. Randomizer. Apparently, randomizer championship. It's staying in season 3, ladies and gentlemen. It's staying in season 3. Oh, we're looking good today, you know. Little pink and blue vibes going on. 3 no's back-to-back should equal a respin. Smaman does nothing but dig in his ass all day, I swear. No randomizer all of week 150. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Goodness gracious me. Well, I guess first things first. Week 150. It's 5 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, we are kicking off the RPW Universal Championship is on the line. The rematch from last week, Norm dominated and decimated the leader of the Bullet Club, Fredo. Fredo, as a fighting champ, said, because you beat me fair and square, I will put my title on the line. Honestly, my heart's starting to go. I didn't think he was going to do this. He took the belt off Cure already. He may be giving it right on back to them. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for an absolutely star-studded opener here today on Warzone Week 150. This is who we are.
Obsessed with the rest, I got an itch to scratch. I'll give up everything. Want a reality. Make things right, 'cause I'll do anything to make want a reality.
There has never been a bigger case, ladies and gentlemen, of this is who we are than right bloody now. There really hasn't been a bigger case of this is who we are, ladies and gentlemen. Universal Championship is on the line in the opener. I can't quite believe we are having a Universal Championship match to kick off week 150. I mean, what better way to kick off week 150? Welcoming Cold Boy. It's good to see you here today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited, man. We have a 10-man gauntlet coming up later today as well. RPW Universal Championship match to kick things off. I can't believe it. Are we getting a new world champion? On Fury, we've already had a new world champion. In the first 2 shows of Season 4, both shows may get a brand new world champion. Do you know how crazy that actually is, ladies and gentlemen? Do you know how crazy that actually is? Key Iverson! Good to see you here today. 26,000 large on YouTube. Warzone looking good. Warzone looking ready. And the Canadian national anthem is playing. Could we see a repeat of last week where the Canadian badass Norm defeats Fredo, this time winning his first ever World Championship in Regents Pro Wrestling history, ladies and gentlemen? It's all on the line here today. Norm has not held a World Championship his entire career. He's been known as a tag team superstar. He's now the greatest Intercontinental Champion we've ever had. Can he have an upset of the century by kicking off week 150 by being crowned the new Universal Champion? Is the Canadian roots what he needed to finally lift his first World Championship, ladies and gentlemen? I can't believe Fredo put it on the line this easily. His tournament started as well. He literally started a tournament. And now the tournament may very well be over, ladies and gentlemen. A big body of Norm ready for this one. Why do I have a weird feeling, though? What is your feeling is the question. There is your Universal Champion and leader of the Bullet Club, ladies and gentlemen. He won at Regents Mania 3 in the triple threat against Zeke and Poke, of course, in about 3.5 minutes. If Fredo loses, does the tournament still happen? It's Fredo's tournament, so I doubt it. I think Norm would get rid of it, right? Why would Norm want to continue another man's tournament? I think, hey, we may get a gauntlet, a Cure Gauntlet again, but now there's only an Acolyte and a Deacon alongside him. So what would the Cure Gauntlet be now if Norm does it? I don't know. There's no more Disciples in the Cure. So I don't know what Norm has in store if he does eventually win this championship here today. If something in the air seems a little unkind, don't worry, buddy. It'll slip your mind. I don't know what Luca's got. What about the Universal Championship? That's what they're fighting for. That is what they're fighting for. I'm nervous. Oh, Rebecca's refereeing. Why is Rebecca? Oh, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Fredo, man. Listen, Norm. It's a tough one. I'm thinking about last week, and that makes me think we get a new world champ today. But when the title's on the line, maybe Fredo does different. If I still had my case, says Daniel. Of course, you used it on the World Heavyweight Championship, only to lose it a week after, or a couple weeks after. Norm does do some freaky deaky stuff, but you don't, do you? Pipe down. Look at the shoulders, Rebecca. The final predictions, ladies and gentlemen. Who's winning this match? I got to put my money on Fredo, the leader of the Bullet Club. As an honorary Bullet Clubber myself, I've got to put my money on Fredo. Who is winning this match? Final predictions, final sayings. I'm going for Bullet Club. Yeah! Cold Boy says Fredo to win. Oh, I'm nervous. Hands it over to Rebecca. Shades of Friday Night Fury when Daniel handed the World Heavyweight Championship over to RK, ladies and gentlemen. Fredo better win here. Hate us to use an example. I hate to use me as an example, but don't go by the show before because I beat Cheese very quickly before Christmas Carnage and then lost. Alfredo. In my opinion, it could be an even field. Welcoming GMK to a Warzone. And here we go. Week 150 is underway, ladies and gentlemen. And Norm starting this match very similarly to how he started last match, but Fredo trying to fight back with a clothesline of his own. Norm, too big and strong. Fredo, I think, is nervous after last week. Surely he can't go 0% to start the season, ladies and gentlemen. Surely he cannot go 0%. Back-to-back losses against Norm. Universal Championship on the line. Surely. I'm sensing an Apollo V's Drago. I don't know what that means. Oh, what a spine buster by the Canadian badass. Pin him, Norm. Not quite yet. Going down for the Nether Regions. Rely. Fredo is cooked. Fredo, listen. The thing is with Norm, he's so big, but he doesn't have stamina. He gasses out quickly because he's so big. I think that's a downside of the TPV. All Fredo needs to do is last. If he can last a while, see, early on, there's no chance. Throwing the dash. Early on, there's no chance. But if Fredo can hang in there... Oh, his chest is already... Oh my god, his body's already bruised. If Fredo can hang in there for like... I don't know how long it's going to take is the question. I don't know how long it's going to take. But I feel like the longer this match goes on, the more it suits Fredo. Whereas Norm wants to end it as quick as possible. While he still has stamina about him. Well, Warzone crowd loving it. No, Fredo, go for the leg. Smart. Very, very smart. This could solidify Fredo as a proper Universal Champion. He retained at Regents Mania after taking it off the Reverend. This could cement Fredo as one of the greatest Universal Champions we've had, because he has not had some easy opponents. That's for sure. Norm with the roll-up. First pinfall of this one. Rebecca, little hustle. Would have been nice. Norm up and over the top rope. I can confirm, by the way, Madison Fox on Fury, the camera was glitching out. It was a camera glitch. And hopefully this week, all it is good. Sledgehammer, of course, Extreme Rules. Anything goes. Weapons are legal. Diamond Dogs up next. In tag team action first. Tag team match for the Hand. Street Money and Eddie Jones Jr. Good luck following this match. Big clothesline. Down goes Norm for the first time. Fredo's chest and back already bruised. It is Extreme Rules. Woof, woof, woof. It is indeed Extreme Rules. That was Fredo's idea, so no shenanigans. Fredo can fight up, though. Out of nowhere. From behind, Fredo. Oh, FaceTime in the middle. He actually hit a FaceTime for the first time, ladies and gentlemen. First pinfall for Fredo. Universal Champ is going home to him. No, not yet. Norm pushes him off. Shoulders are up. First FaceTime of week 150. How many is it going to take is the question. Springboard, not really Fredo's forte. As he misses there. Nice kick out. He spun him around to spin him right. I don't want to point it out. I didn't want to point it out. Norm. Reversed. Fredo. Oh my god, the strength. I thought it was going for a burning hammer. Nice neck break off his shoulders. Back of Fredo bruised. Heavily, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very bruised. You can see the wear and tear. And the Universal Champ now. It's not Fool's Count anyway. They do need to end in the ring. As Fredo goes up top again. He's not really a high flyer per se. And again, 2 times now he's missed. He's not a high flyer for a reason. Stick in the ring. Stick on your feet. Don't be going up top if you can help it. Because it's really not where he shines. I think Fredo already lasted longer than last week. So it's... Oh, commentator's curse. What is Norm going for? A submission hold. He's just wrenching. It doesn't look like he's doing much of anything. Maybe the lower back of Fredo being bent over the shoulder is enough, but he doesn't tap out this time, ladies and gentlemen. I wonder what the least protected finisher in RPW is. Norm. Norm is stalking. It looks like he's setting up for something. Couldn't get a big boot by Fredo. I didn't know what Norm was going for then. Fredo was going for another springboard, man. If you go 0-3, you just got to give it up. You just got to give it up, ladies and gentlemen. Now connecting with a drop kick, finally. Finally connecting. Fredo spins him over. Going for the Burlet Club. Elbow. Oh, missing. Elbow missing. Oh, no, big headbutt. Anything goes. Oh, no. I thought he was running after Rebecca then. Goodness gracious me. I thought he was running after Rebecca. Extreme Rules, of course, no DQ. That means a punch to the Nether Regions is okay. Norm in the court. Oh, no. Norm's calling for something. Oh, my God, he misses. Don't know what he was going for. Forearm to the back. Nice reversal by Fredo. Rebecca feared for... I feared for her life for her, Lilith. I feared for her life, too. Smart to focus on the leg of the taller opponent, the bigger, stronger opponent. Very, very smart indeed. Norm rolls out. And back in he comes. God, I love RPW. I really, really do. Fredo, kick to the midsection. FaceTime again to Norm. Hook of the leg is up. Foot by the rope. I don't know. Rebecca's there for the count. 2 count and a kick out. 2 FaceTimes, ladies and gentlemen. 2 FaceTimes for Fredo. Fredo did say when his belt is on the line, he's a different beast, ladies and gentlemen. Norm did rebuttal that by saying with a picture, you've lost 27 championship matches, no road breaks. That is, of course, it is Extreme Rules. You're correct, Noah. This is why you're a diamond dog and KR is not. Lovely reversal, big boot again. Down goes the giant, Fredo. Again, I don't like him up top. I don't like him up top. He's the same animal, but a different beast. With the titles on the line, knee drop to the chest. On the logo, hooks the leg. Rebecca hustles over. Goodness gracious me. She took 5 business days to get down to count the pin. And the shoulders up by Norm. Canadian Badass still fighting. Fredo definitely with the early advantage in this one, though. His body might tell a different story with all those lash marks. The chops and the punches. But so far, Fredo is definitely taking over. Norm with a clothesline. Nice right hander. Down goes Fredo. And the thing is with Norm, he's a submission specialist. Like we saw last week, he can put the hurt on you in a submission hold like no one else can. So while Fredo may be hitting, oh my God, FaceTime after FaceTime. Goodness gracious me, that was a bit close. Norm can lock in one submission like last week, choke the life out of Fredo, and it could all be over, ladies and gentlemen. We could see a new Universal Champion. Oh, he's going for the bro drop. Never mind a submission. The bro drop connects. Fredo's not the most resilient. 1, 2. Oh my God, and Fredo kicks out. Fredo kicks out. Some resiliency to kick off week 150. Norm, of course, 100%. Fredo, 0%. Norm exits the ring. Going for a kendo stick. Testing it out on the outside. Back into the ring and a kendo stick right to the face of Fredo. Brutal shot. Rolls out for another big boot, though. Back and forth they go with the reversals. Back and forth they go, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we love to see. Norm in the corner. I don't know what he's going for. Fredo looks stunned. Oh, big forearm to the back of the head. Kind of like a hidden blade variant. Maybe he's been learning from the Reverend Nash reversal into a reversal, though. Never seen Norm bleed. I think that's a perk of TPV. Maybe the blood is being thinned on his face, or so I don't know. His body, I mean, you can see some red in the lower back there. You can definitely see some redness in the lower back, but Fredo's body looks like he's been going for about 40 plus minutes already, and his back as well, which is not a great look as he gets slammed down again, and that's why his body is showing the marks, because he's getting thrown around by Norm. All willy-nilly. The strength again to have him up on his shoulder, going for the neck breaker for the second time and connecting. On the sledgehammer goes Norm. A lot of reversals, that's for sure. Fredo's a bruise above his eye. Another springboard dropkick connecting. He's trying to get those springboard numbers up after missing the first couple. And he's doing all right with connecting now. Spins him over. Middle of the ring. It sets up perfectly, ladies and gentlemen. Off the rope. Crowd on their feet. Big elbow drop connecting. Will he go for the pinny wheel? Shoulders are down. Middle of the ring on the logo. Rebecca rolls in. Watching the shoulders to count. And Fredo looks stunned every time Norm kicks out, ladies and gentlemen. Norm, smart to roll out. Needs a bit of a breather, potentially. After that elbow drop. Right-hander connecting. And another one into a drop kick to the outside. Oh, we can breathe a little bit here in the opener. We can breathe a little bit here. Not full scan anywhere, of course. Nice drop kick. He had to jump up to the Eiffel Tower to connect with that one. Fredo getting a bit of his own back. They'll go for the nether regions of the Canadian Badass. Norm is down. And Fredo, I'll be honest with you, I mean, Fredo's definitely looked better than last week, that's for sure. Definitely looked better than last week. So, again, this is a massive match for Fredo because he said openly, I'm different when a belt is on the line, ladies and gentlemen. And if he shows up by defending and retaining here today, he shows to the RPW universe he is a serious competitor. Third and final. Surely from behind, spinning round, FaceTime connecting. Fingers up, middle of the ring. 1, 2, and still your RPW Universal Champion, the leader of the Bullet Club, Fredo, the man of WOAH Warzone. Maybe he is the face of WOAH Warzone, ladies and gentlemen, with a massive, mega win here today. Him and Norm both go 1-1 on the season, ladies and gentlemen. Norm is still searching for his first ever World Championship. It will not be coming on week 150, ladies and gentlemen. He will have to wait. Zeke still wants that belt, of course. Will he be the one to take it off Fredo is the question. But what a way to kick off week 150. Daniel, that's how you defend a World Championship, my friend. Fredo. 1-1 against Norman this season. 1-0 when the belt is on the line, though. What an opener. What an opener. Wow. That was still 2 world champs in BC. Fredo looked amazing since the beginning. He looked amazing since the beginning. He looked like he wanted to win that match. Ladies and gentlemen, a brand new tag team up next on WOAH Warzone. What better way to continue off a world title retain than with the debut of the next best thing. Ladies and gentlemen, rise up. The Diamond Dogs are here on WOAH Warzone, and we are ready, ladies and gentlemen. I do it again. I will do it again. Big Papa Pop is your hookup. Holla if you hear us. Are you ready? Is the question, ladies and gentlemen, for what possibly will be one of the greatest tag team debuts
Listen to the track, bitch.
you have ever seen, ladies and gentlemen. Little record scratch there. Listen to the track, bitch, as the Hand make their way to the ring for the first time of their career, ladies and gentlemen. Time to embrace the Hand, says Twisted Hero. He do it again. That is Street Money and Edward Jones Jr. making their way down to the ring, ladies and gentlemen. That's not, you have to keep the Diamond Dogs for last. You can't start with the Diamond Dogs. You got to get them out of the way first and get the Diamond Dogs on next, ladies and gentlemen. That's Eddie. Nicole, thank you for continuing. That is going to be my favorite joke this season. Do it again and they mean lose. Street Money. Hey, a new tag team for the Hand potentially. Is this their tag team division? Is it going to be Street Money and Eddie Jones Jr.? That's what we have to see. Hands up, ladies and gentlemen. Get money with. I do it again. It doesn't. The song doesn't really fit the Hand. I don't know. A bit of rap. Eddie did his morning routine. Good luck, dogs. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? The future of the tag team division. The Diamond Dogs, ladies and gentlemen. The Diamond Dogs. Noah K and Luka Novak. Luka full of swagger. He's got his swagger back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in, Fredo. Amazing defense from you, my friend. Oh, what a day, honestly. This is going to be my new favorite tag team in RPW, I think. My new favorite tag team in Regents Pro Wrestling. I really think it might. This is going to be special. Former Intercontinental Champion, former multiple United States Champion. This is going to be a special team, ladies and gentlemen. It really, really is. Street Money and Noah K to kick things off. Week 150. The Diamond Dogs with a cartwheel to kick things off. Noah and Money. Noah makes a tag. Diamond Dogs already better than the Perfect Tens. Speaking of, Luca getting excited. Luca getting happy. Noah back into the ring, ladies and gentlemen. No. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? Noah's just hit Luca. Noah's just hit Luca, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on? This with the Diamond Dogs. We was barking. We was barking, ladies and gentlemen. Luca's flat on the ring. We're the Street Money. We was barking for them. Woof for woof, says Zeke. Street Money plants Luca. Middle of the ring. 1, 2, and 3. Oh my God. The hand just beat Luca and Noah, ladies and gentlemen. What? I was so excited. The hand at... This is supposed to be Luca's redemption season. This is supposed to be Luca's redemption season. His revenge season. No gods, no Noah. What did we just witness, ladies and gentlemen? Week 150. Luca was so excited for the Diamond Dogs. Luca never gets a break. He was so ready. I was barking. KR was on board. Oh my God. So the Diamond Dogs was just a farce to screw Luca over? If you thought a tag with an idiot little like Luka Novak, that's on you. Your check will be in the mail. Oh my God. Street Money and Eddie Jones Jr. just got a win, ladies and gentlemen. Street Money and Eddie Jones Jr. just got a win here in RPW. I'm the only Diamond Dog here. There's no allegiances, no team. Oh my God. Oh my God. All that hype for Luca. Keep your fool's change here. Okay, at least he's not with the hand. Oh my God. Luca. I was gonna say any words from Luka Novak? To get betrayed like that? I'd rather sit on the sidewalk and eat a bucket of shit than join the hand. I am gobsmacked, man. I am genuinely... I need to see what's happening. Who let the dogs... Oh, Luca. Oh, no. I heard he was talking about wanting to be a 400-day tag team champion with the Diamond Dogs. Luca was fully on board with this. Luca was fully on board with the Diamond Dogs, ladies and gentlemen. Only to be absolutely betrayed and bamboozled. Led astray. You know the worst part about this is? Now the hand is going to pretend like they knew this was happening and they was going to be involved with it. Just because they won one little match where, like, you know what I mean? They're going to start talking as if they knew now. Just because they won an easy match that Noah threw. The hand's going to be insufferable. I don't know. We're going to move on. Diamond Dogs. I was ready, man. I was ready. Well, two superstars in the Universal Championship division. I don't know if they're in the tournament. We don't know much about the tournament, of course. To many superstars' dismay. Just to clear the walls, that had nothing to do with this. They're getting a cherry win because I had a lapse in judgment. Okay, see, that's what I'm saying. Oh, my goodness. That's what I'm saying. I didn't think so. That the hand were involved. You know they're going to try, though, as some piercing eyes. Is this who I think it is? It is Zeke, ladies and gentlemen. I wasn't too sure. Black and white here today, of course. Last week, Zeke took on the Grin in an RPW win. And now Zeke with a new look, ladies and gentlemen. Zeke's another one. He feels like he's not being utilized right on Warzone. He feels like he should be in the Universal Tournament, should be going after that Universal Championship. That's his goal this season, just like Norm, is to be a Universal Champion. Zeke makes his way down to the ring. His hands are together still. Who are they together for, though? Who is his leader now? He's no longer in the Cure. You can see the Cure armband crossed out then. He's left alongside Daniel. Is he still with the Reverend? I don't know. But Zeke takes the ring. Ready for his match. Those are... Honestly, I got kind of scared looking into those eyes. I'm not going to lie to you, ladies and gentlemen. Not going to lie to you. And the Rev is in Cure. Oh, you're right. So I don't know. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe Brotherhood comes back. Goodness gracious me. Save us all. As one half of the World Tag Team Champions, Brandon Bombs. Again, both of these superstars, I think, are definitely fighting for that Universal Championship opportunity. Whether or not one or both or none are in the tournament, we don't know yet. Now that Fredo retained, the tournament will continue, it should be said. So maybe we get more information about it. I don't know. Good to see Brandon as a champion again. One half of the World Tag Team Champs, him and the Bear. Former World Champion himself. I think this has the potential to be a very, very, very big one-on-one match, ladies and gentlemen. I'll speak on it post-show, no worries. That is A-okay. Not to distract and detract from today's 150. Brandon Bombs in the ring. Up on that turnbuckle, and Brandon Bombs being a World Tag Team Champion looks good with that belt, that's for sure. Zeke and Brandon Bombs, I don't know their record. I know Empire of Pain's member Leo has a lot of history, of course. With Zeke, he's not here today. He's over on Friday Night Fury, though, as we continue on Warzone. What an amazing opener. A questionable second match, that's for sure. Noah K for Smiley's Wrestling Funhouse. Have you got anything to say? Why the hell not hand me the mic? I am gobsmacked, ladies and gentlemen. I am genuinely gobsmacked. I was so excited for the Diamond Dogs. I was so excited. A Zeke early beatdown from Brandon Bombs. I've mentioned multiple times he's a former multiple world champion. He's not one to be messed with, is Brandon. I think the RPW universe know that. And again, Zeke had the Grin last week, a relatively easy opener. Zeke wasn't really happy with Jocko booking him against the Zeke. Against the Grin, sorry. Didn't really think it done too much for his career. So we'll see now against a former world champion if this pushes him forward towards that Universal Championship that we saw Fredo retain in the opener. So far, though, not doing much of anything. Zeke joining the Unholy Cuts. Big power bomb. Not a Brandon bomb, though. Same move, different impact. Zeke finally with a reversal there. Finally getting involved. Nice takedown or roll-up pinfall. Pushing those shoulders down to the mat. Brandon fights out of it, though. Back up to his feet. Left-hander. Right-hander. Nice takedown. Kick to the lower back and a stomp. Nice roll from Brandon Bombs. Big shoulder takedown. Brandon surveying the scene. Someone like that in the crowd there. A big nice. Zeke rolls out of this one. Rolls back in right into the path of Brandon Bombs. Oh, look at the strength. Look at the strength. New look by Zeke here. I was going to say, I think she meant Daniel and Hope when she said the Unholy Cunts. Well, Hope and Dawn. Big boot. Thumbs up from Brandon Bombs. Goes to a thumbs down. He looks to finish this one with a spear, but nice reversal. Knee up in time. Zeke making sure that spear does not connect. Both of these superstars utilize a spear in their time. Daniel too. I mean, Daniel's been very close with Hope I know that much, so I don't know if he's technically with her and Dawn or not, but I know he's been close with her. I mean, he's out of the cure now, so I don't really know. Apparently the carnival starts today. I'm not a big fan of carnivals personally. Clowns really terrify me, so I'm not too sure how I feel about the carnival coming today. Another left-hander by Zeke. That left hand very weak. Has the strength, though, to lift up Brandon Bombs. Slam him down. There's a pinfall. Forearm across the face. Just a 1 count, though. Zeke goes over to the corner. And we spoke about both of these superstars using a spear. He's not going for it. Gets reversed, though. Hate to say, but Jester is a B-Tech grin. Clowns, oh, hell no. I can't stand clowns, dude. They terrify KR. They really, really do. Carnivals are dangerous. Brandon off the rope. He's trying to go off the rope, maybe. Spins Zeke around in the corner. So Daniel's not going back after the belt. Again, as far as I know, what he made clear is he wants... Oh, but KR. He wants revenge on RK. Now, again, I don't know. I'm not taking part in no carnival. Don't you come near my announcer's desk. KR is terrified of clowns. KR hates carnivals. And KR will be doing no such thing, ladies and gentlemen. No such thing indeed. As far as I know, Daniel's not happy with RK after Fury last week. Of course, RK books this week, so... Daniel said the carnival starts today. I don't know what match he'd really want to get involved in. KR is terrified of clowns, but he barked along with Luka Novak. I was thinking of dogs. I love dogs. Rebecca. Chill out on that carnival shit. Zeke with a spear. He needs to get back in the ring, though. Count of 8 right now. Zeke back in the ring. Could have left Brandon down. Maybe he doesn't want to count out win, though. Brandon Bombs. Count of 9 makes it back into the ring. Off the rope. Pop up. A cure sign there, I saw. Zeke's foot not under the rope? No, apparently not. Apparently not. Could have sworn it was. I think this is the smallest we've ever seen the Cure. I think the Ministry have more members than the Cure now. Kick to the midsection. Zeke's been doing a lot of talking just to go 1-on-1 this season. Empire of Pain. Here's Kryptonite in RPW. First Leo, now Brandon Bombs. Oh, shoulders up just in time. That was an inch away. That was 2.9 as it gets, ladies and gentlemen. You're not worthy chance from the RPW universe. Zeke's getting some cheers from the RPW universe. Is that because he's out of the Cure now? I don't know. Big spear by Zeke as well. He's getting cheers against Brandon Bombs as he goes for the pin, and again 2.9. Goodness gracious me. Back-to-back pinfalls by Zeke. This time using the middle rope. Not helping though. That left hand is so weak. He keeps connecting to the pop-up power bomb. Going for his own version of the Brandon bomb. And it could very well get him the win. No, 2 count, kick out. Nice reversal, Brandon. He goes over to the corner. He got hit with a spear. Could be time for revenge. Big spear takedown. Brandon's not done yet, ladies and gentlemen. First submission win of the week. As he goes for the Brandon bite submission. Wrench in the arm, wrench in the back. Zeke is forced to tap out, ladies and gentlemen. Brandon Bombs in his first match of Season 4 comes away with a win. Zeke gets his first loss of the season. And Brandon Bombs, again, EOP, Zeke's kryptonite. Zeke thought this match was a pointless match, not really getting him any further in RPW. And it turns out even this pointless match is one he will lose. And now, you have to think about it. Jocko now, when he's thinking, and Fredo, when he's thinking about the Universal Championship, Who would you rather give it to? The winner or the loser? You're probably going to give it to the one that picks up the win, ladies and gentlemen, right there. As we saw Brandon Bombs walking away with the win, and that might influence the likes of WOAH Warzone to start to think, okay, maybe Brandon Bombs, a former world champion, is indeed serious and is indeed ready for a Universal Championship match, ladies and gentlemen. Big win by Brandon Bombs. A very, very big win. As we advance on WOAH Warzone, submission to the Brandon Bites deadly, ladies and gentlemen. Really is.
It's scheduled for one fall. That is for the Pro Wrestling Cruiserweight.
Here we go, baby. Second of 3 championship matches on WOAH Warzone. Second of 3. As the Cruiserweight on WOAH Warzone, a Tolu with the blue and white. Lovely looking attire makes his way down to the WOAH Warzone ring. Oliver freaking Kings. Now, reminder, ladies and gentlemen, Ollie's defending here today against a Tolu. On Rise, it will be a triple threat. 1 WOAH Warzone superstar, 1 Fury superstar. Up next after this is Kaiju, Davey, and HK Styles. The winner of that will be on Rise in the triple threat if Ollie retains here today, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Just letting you guys know. Just letting you guys know. If Ollie retains here today, he will also be defending on Rise. And then if he retains on Rise, he will also be defending on Friday Night Fury, ladies and gentlemen. 3 defends. 1 per show. That's why they call him the King of the Cruiserweights, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to put this belt back on the map. After he put it on the map in the first place, he's trying to get it back on the map, ladies and gentlemen. He is elevated. He is your RPW Cruiserweight champion. Remember, he's a Fury superstar now, but he's able to show up on WOAH Warzone if he's defending the championship. 1's up for the ministry. And there is your Cruiserweight champion in his white and pink attire. Friday superstar, again, allowed on WOAH Warzone if the belt is on the line, which it is here today. I think Atolu can put up a fight. I think this is his first match of the season, if I'm not mistaken. I don't even think Atolu's on the main sheet. He needs to get pulled over by Jocko. Does Atolu. I know there's a lot more Cruiserweights on Fury than on WOAH Warzone in general. So that's going to be interesting to see who gets picked from Fury. Of course, Rise is before Fury, so there's not going to be a number contender. Someone's just going to have to, well, I guess Nicole. She's in charge of Rise, so she gets to pick a Fury superstar to get involved in this match. She's already confirmed she will allow Ollie to defend on Rise. I do have a soft spot for Atolu. I trained him when he came in. I mean, could you imagine Atolu knocking off Oliver freaking Kings in his first match of the season? It wouldn't be too bad, would it? I'm going to open up a Chalky Digestive here.
Introducing the challenger from New York, weighing in at 158 pounds.
100 and what? I like Atolu too, to be fair. I really like Atolu. Really, really do.
And his opponent from London,
158.
England, weighing in at 205 pounds.
He's on the brink, is Ollie. 205. He's on the brink.
Champion Oliver.
God, look at those abs. My goodness gracious me. My goodness gracious me. Ain't he Nigerian? Ollie? No, Ollie's not Nigerian. No, thanks for asking, though. Atolu. And Oliver freaking Kings hands the belt over to Rick. Atolu checks it out. Could you imagine the upset if Ollie and Lilith both lose their championships today? Especially after Fredo retained. That would be insane. 1 burger, he's cooked. Ollie can't put on a single pound. Atolu starting off strong. Let's not say sorry. I don't want to jinx anything. I'm just saying it would be a spectacle seeing Ministry lose 2 titles in one day. It's a weird feeling, Cure having similar numbers to Ministry now. I think Bullet Club have the most members now out of all 3 stables. Okay, Tolu and Ollie going toe-to-toe. Nice chop across the chest. BC got 7. Well, Cure have JC, Norm, Drew, Reverend. That's 4. Technically Jocko, but he's not really a wrestler, but technically 5, so yeah. I think BC have the most, then Ministry, and then Cure now, which again, absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy to think that it's all changed around like that. Ollie down, Tolu getting a bit of momentum potentially. See, I like that Ollie's trying to reinvent the Cruiserweight Championship yet again, but I do really like Tolu, and I love a shock title win. Could you imagine the scenes if Tolu walks away here with the RPW Cruiserweight Championship? Like sometimes there's an underdog, and then sometimes there's a huge underdog, and it's like, I don't think there's anyone that really expects Tolu to win, which would make the win that much more special. It really, really would. Never heard of this guy. See, that's just disrespectful. I mean, I don't blame you. Has Tolu ever won anything? I don't think so. I don't think he's ever held a championship in his short career. Again, he's not even on the main page right now. Mr. Sheet still has him in alumni. 29,000 tuning in for the Cruiserweight Championship match. Maybe he won the YouTube title, maybe. I think if you're an alumni, you can't really check, which is tough. Tolu dumped to the outside. My favorite ex-New Bloods. I mean, he's my favorite ex-New Blood as well, to be fair. He texts that mid-match too. Disrespect, bro. It's insane. In the New Bloods Fatal 4-Way or something. Oh, yeah. Maybe. You might be right. Dylan Kari, welcome in. Oh, King Kara on the outside. And I think if Ollie gets him back in there, no disrespect, but I think that might be done. I think Ollie should just pin him. Yeah. I think that might be done, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2. Oh, my God. Okay. Well, he shut KR up. Bit of resiliency from Tolu. Never mind. I was writing off for dead. Roll up by Tolu. No rope break, says Rick. Ollie's grips in the rope. Tolu slips. Oh, my God. Oh, I thought he was going for a king cutter himself then. The disrespect would have been... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. My pen's down. Oh, my God. My pen is down. Tolu gets reversed. Oh, he gets reversed. Oliver freaking kicks with a clothesline. GG. Where's Ollie going? Top rope. Oliver freaking Kings. Showing wise at Cruiserweight. Maybe 2 or 5. It doesn't matter. All that matters is 1, 2. Oh my God, Tolu. Maybe we're getting a decent match here. Tolu has some resiliency about him. Maybe I should stop writing off the underdogs. Everyone loves an underdog. I think Ollie's starting to get a bit annoyed, if I'm honest with you. Annoyed or bored. As he goes top rope yet again. And once more, doesn't matter. Just needed one more. 1, 2, and still. Your RPW Cruiserweight champion, ladies and gentlemen. Oliver freaking Kings will be defending on Rise in a triple threat match, ladies and gentlemen. He will be on Rise. GMK not happy with Oliver freaking Kings winning this one. The one's up from the Ministry. And Ollie can celebrate. Onto the Rise. Onto the Rise defense. Almost died on a digestive. I almost didn't make the Rise show, ladies and gentlemen. The question is, who is going to join him on Rise, ladies and gentlemen? That's what we get to find out. That is what we get to find out, ladies and gentlemen. Oliver freaking King's amazing defense. We've had 2 title matches today on week 150. And 2 title retains. Is that shades of things to come for the main event, ladies and gentlemen? 3 championship matches. Are they all going to be titles retained? Or will Lilith Lanza be the one to drop the championship? Of course, we don't know who Lilith Lanza is going up against. We know she's calling someone out. We know she's calling someone out. We don't know who that's going to be, though, ladies and gentlemen. She feels confident she's not dropping, but crazier things have happened in RPW. Crazier things have happened. The Mustard X Thorskin. Crazier things have happened, ladies and gentlemen. Triple threat matchup. The winner of this triple threat will join Oliver freaking Kings at Rise and a Fury Superstar for the RPW Cruiserweight Championship. Massive opportunity. And coming up first, Kaiju Jaeger, of course, was announced that the Cure is no longer accepting disciples, ladies and gentlemen. So Kaiju Jaeger very quickly putting together a brand new attire for Warzone. Oh, he looks so different, not in green. He looks so different. It may not be his final attire, but he couldn't wear the Cure gear if he's not in the Cure. So Kaiju Jaeger with a slightly new look, ready for this triple threat matchup.
Get ready for the next battle.
When we get Trons again, I need to upgrade. Gore's gonna need something as alongside Kaiju Jaeger, that's Davey. That's Davey LaRusso, ladies and gentlemen, and he looks like he's for Goy's gear. He does not look happy at the crowd. He's shooing them off. Shooting off the camera as well. Davey LaRusso. Did people forget their gear or something? At least there's a B-Tech Luca, I guess. Lost and found attire from Davey LaRusso. I'm so confused. If Davey comes close to the Cruiserweight belt, then Smiley, I don't know, Smiley just be upset. Last but not least, HK Styles, former friend of GMK, in the Yardie Mambas. Of course, no longer a tag team for Season 4. That was a big bust-up between the two, and they never could get back to talking terms. The disease is gone. Look at this Make-A-Whiskey. My God. My God. People are rude, aren't they? People are rude. Here we go. Triple threat match. Triple threat match. This is a Cruiserweight #1 contenders match, ladies and gentlemen, for a chance at the belt on Rise. Massive opportunity for these 3 superstars. Really, really massive. Not gonna lie, I would love to see Kaiju win. I would love to see Kaiju win. Davey LaRusso maybe trying to lock in, though, after losing last week. It looks like Davey LaRusso is maybe depressed a little bit. HK Styles looks different from last time I saw him. Looks the exact same to me. Look at Davey. Never mind. Never mind. Kaiju, no. HK roll up. Kaiju's there to break things up. It feels weird seeing Kaiju. Oh my God. Feels weird seeing Kaiju not in a Cure gear. I like his trousers, though. Shining Wizard by Jaeger. Nice combination. Exploder suplex, no. Bro still repping Mamba's gear. Like, let it go, dude. Face first goes Davey in the corner. Turns him around, elbow to the back. Jaeger on the outside. Big German suplex by HK Styles. I would love to see a Kaiju US title reign. I think Kaiju with a brand belt would make so many people happy. Oh, that's a long jump. That is a very long jump. Oh, but he's going to connect. Again, proving why they're fighting for the Cruiserweight Championship with the high-flying maneuverability. Roll up by Davey. Trying to steal one on Kaiju. No one home, though. Not even a 1 count on that one. Roll up by Kaiju. Goodness gracious me. I know they're Cruiserweights. I know they're all about fast moves and whatnot, but they're really going for them now, aren't they? Kaiju, elbow across the throat. HK, no one home. Kaiju going top rope again. Davey's down. HK with a leg drop. Pinfall causing Kaiju to re-enter the ring. Nice backdrop connecting. Davey's still down. Kaiju's been dominating so far. Kick down low. Another shining wizard. Knee across the face. Davey, nice combination. I gotta fight one of these idiots. Davey, springboard. Big elbow. There's going to be a Fury Cruiserweight as well. Again, I don't know which one it's going to be. I just know there's a lot more Cruiserweights on Friday Night Fury than there are on WOAH Warzone. I think the only other one on WOAH Warzone is Butch Bernard Brickley, I want to say. Whereas Fury have a few different superstars. HK and Davey meet in the middle, never mind. HK takes him down. Shoulders are against the mat, 2 count and a kick out. HK almost stole it there. He almost stole it, nice. Clothesline, trouble in paradise. Down goes Kaiju Jaeger. Hook off the leg, HK Styles to go to rise against Ollie in a triple threat match, but a 2 count. And shoulders are up. Lovely drop kick. Oh my god, HK might just died from that drop kick. Davey, don't leave the ring now. They're both down. Low ring IQ from the rookie. Not the time to leave the ring. Even if it is to get a weapon. Maybe this smart. Can I stick to the back of Kaiju to the head of HK? Now to the head of Kaiju Jaeger. He's busted open both of them. Maybe it was smart. Super kick by Davey LaRusso. Hooks the leg on HK Styles. Could you imagine Davey going to rise or 2 count? And a kick out. Oh my god, what a kick. Pushes Kaiju down. Shoulders against the mat. HK Styles breaks up. I think that was the win there. I think Davey had the win. HK Styles big to break up that pinfall. Lovely elbow drop. Goes for the pinfall. Davey's right there though. It started slow, but I tell you what, it's picked up heavily. Very entertaining match. HK dumped on the outside. Kaiju rolls out. Davey didn't know Kaiju was rolling out as well, ladies and gents. As Davey LaRusso. The LaRusso lariat. Back in the ring. With his kendo stick and Kaiju Jaeger 1-on-1. Big drop kick of his own. Nice elbow drop. HK needs to get back in the dust. Davey LaRusso rolls out. I was going to say bad time to roll out. Kaiju trying to steal one. With a pinfall knee to the back of the head. But HK kicks out. Showing some strength. Davey, dodging. HK may have damaged his knee then. And when you're, high fly, never mind. I was going to say, when you're a high fly, you need your speed more than anything. He showed he still has that speed. Irish Whip gets reversed. Big cave in by HK. Again, the blood pouring down. Oh, nice knee slide. Davey LaRusso. This is the best I've seen Davey perform in an RPW ring. Forearm. I think Davey joined them, ladies and gentlemen. He did indeed join them with blood. Oh, what a poison rod off the corner. Davey LaRusso, holy shit. That was one of the most technical moves I've ever seen be performed in an RPW ring. Had to be picture perfect to connect with that. And picture perfect is what he was. Goodness gracious me. That was absolutely insane. Face first, he goes in the corner. Kaiju taking a breather. All three superstar stars having a break. Rightfully so. What a match they've put on. Blood pouring down the face of LaRusso. Oh, missing. With his kick. From behind, nice takedown. HK rolls out. He turns to Jaeger. Off the rope. Rebound with a big kick. Kaiju reverses. He blocked it. From the corner. Yet again missing. Was too short. Kaiju trying to steal one. Rolls him up. Shoulders are down. Legs are kicking. No. Just a 1 count, ladies and gentlemen. LaRusso found his Mr. Miyagi. They all want it very badly. I mean, you can't fault them. That's for sure. You can fault. Okay, I was going to say. You can fault if he's standing still. Springboard by HK. Drop kick. What a holy shit. Hey, if the Cruiserweight title match is anything like this on Rise, I'm here for it. Rate LaRusso here, I can't lie. See, sometimes you make a name for yourself in a match like this. Sometimes this is what it takes to make a name for yourself. So if I was him, I would have pinned HK then. Big boot by Kaiju. Davey rolls out. Right-handed by Jaeger. Need a big move right about now. Kaiju goes top rope. Davey on the outside. HK down in the middle. Kaiju, Jaeger, bang. Big splash. Hooks the leg. Davey's got a ways to go to break up this pinfall, and he's not going to make it in time as Kaiju Jaeger goes to Rise in the Cruiserweight Championship match. What a match this was on Warzone. Kaiju Jaeger stayed on Mondays. He's out of the cure, but maybe that's the best thing for his career, ladies and gents. Big win. You need a Rise Fury Cruiserweight with them. On Rise, it'll be a triple threat matchup, ladies and gentlemen. And what a match it was indeed. Ollie vs Kaiju vs who? What a match it was. That was a fun one, dude. Do you think he was the Iron Man in that match? Pin Taker says GMK, of course, making fun of HK Styles. That was interesting, dude. Who is going to join them is the question. I'm very excited to find out. Very excited to find out. That's going to be a fun match, I think. GMK calling anyone the Pin Taker is insane. I think that's going to be a fun one, dude. I think that's going to be a fun one. I really do. I think it's going to be a very good match. A very good match indeed. Ollie's involved as well. You get someone from Fury coming over. Nicole O'Grady, you've got a good one there. You've got a good one there, that's for sure. You've got a good one there as things advance on Warzone. Last week, we saw the Brickleys versus the Palmers. The Brickleys upset the Palmers with a win after the Brickleys attacked them before the match. This is going to be one of the biggest and best rivalries on Warzone, I have a feeling. Tag team and singles-wise, I think it's going to be absolutely amazing, ladies and gentlemen. I really do. I'm really excited for this one. As Austin Palmer, no one in his corner, comes out by himself. Prime time Palmer goes up against Brutus Brickley. Now, the Brickleys really struggled last year. If we look at some statistics here from the RPW spreadsheet, Austin Palmer last year had 36% on his record. Brutus Brickley had 33%. So they both really struggled last season to get going in RPW. And it's always a tough one. You know, you're mainly known as a tag team superstar. So when you get your singles matches like today, you really want to show out that you can also perform as a single superstar. You can perform by yourself. Otherwise, you may always be branded as a tag team superstar. Never really get your break in singles competition. Both of these superstars are former tag team champions, of course. Just to add to it as well, they are former tag team champions. Again, I think this rivalry, Palmers and Brickleys, is going to be an absolutely amazing one. I thought that the Diamond Dogs was going to be with them. I really, really did, but Diamond Dogs ended before it started. There is the big man, the behemoth. That is a Brutus Brickley. Just keep fighting. That is a man mountain, ladies and gentlemen. An absolute giant to behold here on WOAH Warzone. Big, big superstar is Brutus Brickley on Austin Palmer. From out of nowhere while he's making his entrance. Big clothesline, taking down the giant. And some revenge from last week. The Brickleys rushed in and attacked the Palmers last week in the tag team match. And this week, Austin Palmer getting a bit of revenge with the clothesline, but it didn't stick for him. As now, it looks like you've just pissed off the giant, who you have to share the ring with now. Brave move by Austin Palmer. I mean, I don't blame him after the attack last week. I really don't blame him, but at the same time, like I said, it could be very, very risky. Very, very risky business indeed. The match has not officially begun yet, as they're on the outside of the ring right now. Both superstars are wailing on each other. There's actually the same amount of cruisers on Fury as WOAH Warzone. I don't think so. I think you've miscounted someone. Who did you count on WOAH Warzone? Bell is rung. Match is underway. Austin Palmer bowling. I think there's more on Fury. I think you might not know some of the cruiserweight. I think there's more on Fury, unless I'm counting wrong. I'm pretty sure there's more on Fury from what I saw from the roster page. Austin Palmer's submission on Brutus Brickley. I can find the list after this. Oh my god, I thought Brutus tapped out. Oh my god. Could you imagine the Palmers go 2-0 up against the Brickleys here? They won tag team last week. Imagine they win 1-1 this week. Not a good start for the Brickleys in this rivalry. As Street Money off the hand. He's sewn his lips shut. He's not been talking, ladies and gentlemen. He's not been talking. But he did win his first Season 4 match today. Reacting still. He won his first Season 4 match today by pinning Luka Novak. I don't think Luka's going to be too happy taking the pin off Street Money. Austin Palmer. Maybe that clothesline pre-match is really helping out because he's starting to dominate now. Really starting to show up. Big clothesline, no. Nobody home. Irish whip. Off the rope. Big dropkick takedown. Brutus in the corner. Right hand is flurrying. Austin Palmer not backing down for the big man. Brutus Brickley, formerly of Friday Night Fury, of course. Welcome in Street Money. Congratulations on your first win of season number 4, my friend. Maybe Street Money and the Eddie Jones Jr. A new tag team on Monday. JC is starting the Cruiser division. One more Fury. Again, are you just looking at who's in the Cruiser? Ladies and gentlemen, the Brickleys are off to a terrible start here on WOAH Warzone. Last week, they lose an attack match. This week, Austin Palmer wins one-on-one. The Giant never really got going after that attack before the match. Austin Palmer, he says, we want to redo it. We want a rematch. Let's go again. Austin Palmer with the win, ladies and gentlemen. Austin Palmer with the win on WOAH Warzone. And that is how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. That is how you do it. Street Money just chilling backstage. Street Money, while we have you here, because RK's asked you and you didn't answer, I'm just curious. Did you know that Twisted Hero was becoming your leader of the hand? Did you agree to it? And if so, how come? I'm just asking. I'm not trying to start anything. KR's not, you know, starting any beef. I'm just wondering, how come you know, I would have thought you had more experience than Twisted Hero, being a 2-time YouTube champion. So I was just curious as to how, you know, what the thought process was of him becoming the leader over you. That was just my thinking. Great win today. You and Eddie Jones Jr., whether or not you join the tag team division or not, I don't know what your plans are in the hand, if you're going for the tag belts or not. But I was just curious as to how come he got the leadership over you, my friend. Again, this is just KR speaking. I don't know the ins and outs of the hand, what the deals are. I know about that. See, the ... are you happy about it is my question. Did you agree to him being the leader, or did he just take the reins? Because, of course, KR's not involved. But if KR was making the decision, I would have voted you as team leader. I feel like you have experience not only as a champion, but also in a stable. You was in the New Bloods. You have, you know, experience being in a stable. So I was wondering what the thought process was of Twisted Hero being leader over you. That was all. Again, I'm not trying to start anything here. Just some I'm not trying to start anything, because I know people are very touchy these days. I'm not trying to start anything. I'm merely asking a question, Street Money. I'm not your enemy. I'm not an opponent. I think it was a great win today to hopefully kickstart your season 4. So now, oh, see? The fact that he's talking for you as well. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. Ask Crow. No longer in the Cure, of course. A new attire for the Crowster, ladies and gentlemen. As this is a fatal 5-way matchup. The winner of this faces the winner of the 10-man gauntlet next week for the American ticket. We'll talk more on that after, as the next match is the gauntlet. We'll explain the ticket match, ladies and gentlemen. I still have my reservations. Who will keep the American ticket until the PLE. So see, the fact that Twisted Hero is speaking for you as well, when he's a rookie who's not done anything, and you are a 2-time YouTube champion, you know, you've beaten former world champions, you've led a stable before. In my opinion, I feel like you was the easy choice to be leader, but again, it's not up to me to decide. So it makes it sound like Twisted Hero just took the reins off you, and you didn't have any say because you said you still have your reservations. So surely if you have reservations, you wouldn't have agreed to it. Again, I'm not trying to point out. I'm just talking, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of superstars getting their first match of season 4 here today. FJ being one of them. The big man. God, he's bigger than I remember. Really, really bigger than I remember. He's a big boy, is FJ. I've always been a fan of FJ. Former network champion. He beat Oliver freaking Kings at Regents Mania 1. FJ. Remember, the winner of this will face the winner of the 10-man gauntlet, which is up next. I have more news on the 10-man gauntlet to come, but we'll get to that up next. Jenny with a point of street in the hand then. They brought him in for experience only to not making the leader and turn him into a... See, that's why I'm asking, Noah. That's why I'm asking Chris BT. Everyone's favorite after his win on Rise. Always been a fan of the former #1 contender for the Universal Championship champion. Chris BT trying to make some waves on Warzone. Don't try to get your hooks into street. He knows where to stand. Nicole, I was going to say, it seems like Twisted Hero is just telling Street Money what he needs to do. And it feels like Street Money has no say in the matter. It feels like Street Money's just become a follower. But that's always what he's hated in like the Cure and stuff. He's always said he would never be that. He always has his own thoughts. That's what I used to love about Street Money. No matter what people said about him, he had his own thoughts, his own opinions. Whereas now it feels like he's just doing whatever Twisted says to him. I think this is going to hurt Street Money more than help him in his RPW career. But again, I'm not meddling. I'm not getting involved. We're just going to move on as Drip Messiah makes his way out to the ring. Big fan of Drip Messiah as well. I'm excited for this fatal 5-way matchup. Very, very excited indeed, and very, very excited for this one. Ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, former Universal Champion, formerly of the Cure, Key Iverson, is here on Monday, and he is ready. Could he be the one to fight the ticket holder next week, ladies and gents. Maybe now he's at the cure, he starts to work out, he starts to burn off some of that mass that he's been growing. And maybe we see the former Universal Champion back on top, ladies and gentlemen. Would be a sight to behold. Maybe he starts to grow out his hair as well. This is going to be a fun fatal 5-way. Rebecca rings the bell. I'm going to dive into a digestive. He's cultivating mass, ladies and gentlemen. Why is he wearing the black hearts gear? It might be all he had. Now that he's out of the cure, I don't know. He's gone back to purple. Cultivating mass with that milk steak. Here we go, fatal 5-way. 2 former cure members. The winner of this faces the winner of the 10-man gauntlet next week, ladies and gentlemen, for the American ticket. Great idea by Drew, by the way. Street knows what's good for... See, that's quote, that's crazy. See, now that's crazy. A rookie is talking to a former 2-time YouTube champion who's beaten world champions before. That's crazy. I was just going to say to Drew how much I love this idea, and I got sidetracked. A rookie saying that to someone who's been here for over a year now, I think. And the thing is, Street Money always said he would never go to a cult. He would never go to a dictatorship. He would never go to somewhere like Cure, where someone leads like that. And Twisted Hero is doing exactly what Street Money hates. That's what confused, because I want to see the best for Street Money. I really do. I don't want to lead. The hand will be a free stable with no leader, no matter what Hero says. Smiles and I started the hand. He thinks he can take over, lol. We will see in the end. See, so even they don't know what's going on. Street Money says him and Smile started, but Smile's not even in the hand anymore. And Twisted Hero says he's the leader, but Street Money says he's not. What is going... See, at the Street, honestly, I think... I don't want to say it. I think you should leave. This is going worse than the New Bloods. Twisted Hero is saying he's the leader. You know where you stand. And you're saying there's no leader. I'm confused. See, that's why I wanted to iron it out, because I'm confused. I'm confused. He thinks he can take over. We will see in the end. They're already fighting. They said they wouldn't switch their morals after a week. See, the thing is, I don't even blame Street Money, though. I blame Twisted Hero, because Street Money is right. The whole thing of the hand was there's no leader, which, okay, fair enough. If there's no leader, that's fair enough. If you know what's good for you, know your role and shut your goddamn mouth and leave that 80s reject behind and come with me to the... Now, see, I don't even blame Street Money, because he's just saying what the hand was made to do. Twisted Hero ruined the hand. He changed what it is, and now... Does Eddie Jones Jr. know what happened? Twisted Hero got a few wins off Davey LaRusse and thought he was all big. I agree. I agree. I genuinely think... I know they get clowned. I genuinely think the hand could have been decent if they stuck to what the hand was made for. As soon as Grin left, or as soon as Grin lost even, they changed the entire stable with a click of the fingers. It wasn't even that culty before. Whereas now it's a full-on cult. There's a dictatorship. This little piggy went to Warzone. This little piggy stayed home. This little piggy said leader. This little piggy said none. I don't know what's happening anymore. I don't know what's happening anymore. I really, really don't. They're actually the fingers. I really, really don't. The guy leading is literally called a hero cult. Exactly. I don't know anymore. I feel like they threw all their morals out the window. And again, I don't blame Street Money, because he's sticking to what he said. He's sticking to what he said. It's not his fault they kicked the Grin out for no reason after one loss. So weird, man. So weird, honestly. Street, I feel sorry for you, because again, you're going to get clowned for this, but you had no involvement in this. You had no involvement in this one. Street Money's not to blame. I know he's going to get grilled because he's Street Money. Everyone loves grilling Street Money, but in my opinion, Street Money done nothing wrong here. Maybe the only thing he done wrong was joining the hand in the first place because they're so dysfunctional. But the Grin lost to a highly decorated veteran and they thought he had to go. I don't get it. I don't get it. He lost one match against Zeke. And again, I know people like to call Zeke a bum, but he's not a bum, you know. If you lost to like a rookie or something, maybe, you know. Even then, I'd say that's crazy because Grin was a rookie too. So even if you lost to another rookie, it'd be like, what are you doing? It's a new stable. Everyone has to lose eventually. RK lost at Regents Mania. He lost the whatever championship. You think the Ministry are going to kick him out? You know? Poke lost in 3.5 minutes. Didn't get kicked out. The Grin lost in WOAH Warzone against Zeke in a nothing match. Street and Eddie will tear through the tag division. Street, just know where you stand. See, being spoken to like that by someone half your age, that to me is diabolical. I've always thought Street had good potential. He just hangs around the worst people. I agree, Noah. I've always said Street has the look for RPW. Maybe not this season. Last season with the ones like the what do you call it, the singlet? He looked badass, dude. He looked awesome. He just needed to get his like momentum going. He looked awesome. Now, the master is not my cup of tea personally, but half his height and half his height. He might be less than half his height. He's tiny. Again, I'm just trying to help Street here. Because I think Street could actually be a decent mid-card champion in RPW. He just always hangs around the worst people. He really, really does. He keeps getting himself into bad situations. As Crow pins Key Iverson, 2 former Cure members. Crow is continuing. Oh! Next week, against the winner of the 10-man gauntlet, ladies and gentlemen, for the American ticket, Crow out of the Cure with a win. And again, honestly, I think the Disciples being kicked out of the Cure is going to be the best thing for the Cure, ladies and gentlemen. For the Disciples, sorry. I think it's going to be the best thing for them. I really, really do. I think it's going to be the best thing for them, ladies and gentlemen. I think now they are free to do whatever they want. Speak up. I think it's going to be the best thing for them. I really, really do. Because now they have that freedom of not being tied down in the Cure. I'm tired, Grandpa. I genuinely think the former Disciples could actually do something rather big with their RPW careers now. I really, 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 really do. I really, really do. Welcome in, Phantom Dream. Okay, just shot a hero. You said the same thing like 50 times. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we advance to the penultimate match, ladies and gentlemen, of week 150 of WOAH Warzone. Are you ready to kick off the American ticket? Who's going to be the first one?
Is a gauntlet eliminator match.
10-man gauntlet.
The rules of the match are as follows.
What are the rules, Mike?
Superstars will start in the
Every 30 seconds, another superstar will enter. Elimination can only occur by performing a finisher, ladies and gentlemen. No pinfalls, no submissions. You have to hit someone with a finishing move, and then they are eliminated. A finisher fest gauntlet, ladies and gentlemen. Finisher fest gauntlet. USA, the American ticket. Who is going to be holding on to... Oh, the ticket! Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Giant! The Great Giant! When was the last time? What? On WOAH Warzone? Wreck everyone and leave. When was the last time? We've seen the Great Giant. It's week 150. Anyone can show up, ladies and gentlemen. Anyone can show up. The Great Giant. Oh my God. A lot of people won't know who this is. This man has 98 matches in his RPW career, ladies and gentlemen. 98 matches in his RPW career. I would not want to start in the ring with him. The Great Giant is back in RPW. 7'1" 600 pounds, ladies and gentlemen. And Giant kicks off with Luka Novak, former Dirty Dog or Diamond Dog or whatever they're called, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe it. That is not Big D Derek, in case you're wondering. That is the Great Giant. He's been here since season 1. We've not seen him in a long, long time. I don't remember the last time we've seen the Great Giant in RPW ring. But he is back. Finisher Fest is on. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Get the ramp cam going, Brett. Should we get a little treat? A little treat for the ramp cam. I think we should just change things up just a little bit, you know? Change things up. I think, why not? A little bit of a ramp cam for Warzone. And here we go. Luka Novak and the Great Giant. So remember, you need to hit a finishing move to get an elimination. The Great Giant. Look at his knee brace. The Great Giant is back in RPW. Man has a giant brace. And who is going to join them? I can't believe the Great Giant's here. The winner of this gets the American ticket. Next week they face Ask Crow Noir. And there is the bear. One half of the World Tag Team Champions. He's okay. Oh my God. Luca's getting dominated. The Great Giant. When was the last time he's been here? Someone needs to check when the last time he's been was. Oh my God. The Great Giant is scaring the bear. That's how big he is. He just picked up the bear like it's nothing, ladies and gentlemen. A 600-pound unit. The Great Giant is absolutely cooking. I didn't think we was going to see the Giant in RPW again, and there is Street Money. Street Money of the hand. He won his first Season 4 match today, and now he has the chance to be the first American ticket holder, ladies and gentlemen. As Street Money involved in this one. Great Giant has Street up on his shoulders. And you're going to slam him down. Entrants are coming thick and fast. Chop across the jet. Oh, Giant is so 7'1", 600 pounds. That is an absolute beast. Ladies and gentlemen, there's Tyler Howard again, former acolyte of the Cure. I think Tyler Howard could have an absolute massive season as well. Chokeslam gets reversed. Chokeslam. Oh my God, Street Money gets caught by Tyler Howard on the ramp. His finisher is a chokeslam, which I think he just went for, but got reversed. Tyler Howard going after Street Money. You need to hit a finisher to get elimination. Main event up next. What a Warzone. What a week 150 this is. The Bear and Giant, what a match. Tyler Howard, he's beefed up this year. Biggest thing out of Boise, Idaho. He's definitely bigger now as well. And there is Ryan Curtis. Is he going to meet Street Money on the outside? Two former New Bloods members. Luka Novak goes over. A lot of talk between Luka, Ryan, and Street Money. Three of the All Talk No Show and Worst Superstars of the Year contestants. And these are the superstars competing for the American ticket, ladies and gentlemen. This is the pool for the American ticket right now. Street Money with a suplex. Down goes Tyler Howard. Ryan Curtis v Street Money. The New Bloods rematch of the ages. Big clothesline takedown. There goes after the Giant. Street Money rolls out. Still waiting for the first elimination of the 10-man gauntlet. Street Money is doing some taunting on the outside. Backdrop, down goes Ryan Curtis. Street Money takes down the Giant. Luka Novak in the corner. Setting up the Bear with a super kick. Luka Novak emulating Noah K there. Is that some hatred in his heart with a special K after what we saw earlier with the Diamond Dogs? Adding insult to injury, ladies and gentlemen. Tyler, big suplex on the Bear. Ripcord knee strike. Down goes Tyler. Luka goes flying over the top rope. Street goes out with them. Ryan Curtis powerbomb on the bear. Still waiting for the first elimination in the penultimate match of WOAH Warzone. Luca gets thrown into the barricade. Ring is emptied. The bear's flexing, but he looks small compared to the giant. That is 600 pounds of pure meat, ladies and gentlemen. He took a hardcore title off Fredo before back in the day, I seem to remember. Could you imagine the great giant as the Universal Champion? WOAH Warzone now has Norm, Brutus, and Giant. 3 absolute behemoths on WOAH Warzone. All the giants are going to WOAH Warzone. And I don't think Fury Superstars are going to be quite sad about that. I think they'd prefer them stay away on Mondays. I don't think it's everyone's dream to fight against the behemoths of RPW. I don't know anyone that would want to be in the ring with the great giant, that's for sure. Look at Luca's back. Referee watching on, waiting for finishers. Someone book the biggest triple threat in RPW history, please. Norm, Brutus, Giant, I would absolutely love it. Get Mugiardi in there and Rise as well. The ring would break. I mean, Bear and Street, I mean, Street's tall, he's not really big. But Giant, that is 600 pounds. No eliminations yet. But you have to think, the longer this match goes on, the more momentum you get. Someone can enter and instantly get eliminated. So you might be better starting off rather than entering late, like we've seen before in matches like this. Spear by the bear. And the great giant in his RPW return, his 99th match, is the first to be eliminated, ladies and gentlemen. 600 pounds. It doesn't matter. Luka Novak eliminates Street Money. Payback from the pinfall earlier. Luka Novak, back-to-back eliminations. No, that's not his finisher anymore. Novak Bomb isn't his finisher. He gets payback on Street Money. Is the Novak Bomb not his finisher? I thought he got back-to-back eliminations there. But the bell didn't ring for Tyler Howard. 2 go out. Tyler is still in. Maybe the ref did. That is your finisher, right? Yeah. I thought it was. Luca may have just been absolutely robbed of a double elimination. And Luca might have been robbed so much so to the point where he gets eliminated next. Spinning powerbomb on the outside. Luka Novak absolutely robbed. Another double elimination. Luca and Ryan Curtis both go, ladies and gentlemen. Both are gone. Now this is a 10-man gauntlet, right? Where are the rest? Oh, there we go. Right on cue. Luca, Ryan Curtis walk out together. 2 superstars remaining. I think we know both of them, wasn't it? Noah and JC. Oh, there's Noah. Oh, Noah gets to walk past Luka Novak. Noah gets to walk past Luka Novak. Oh, disrespectful after earlier. There's Noah Ken, I think. That was 6, 7. How many more? No, that was 6. So that's number 7. Oh, no, so there's still a few more, actually. There's still a few more, right? Chin up, kid. Disrespectful. Disrespectful. You can see Ryan Curtis' red shoes going over there. We're on number 7. I know Drew announced JC Brooklyn. Anyone else? Don't know who else got announced. I don't really remember. We shall see. Anything goes in these gauntlet matches. The bear with the steel chair, and there is JC Brooklyn. The bear's going after him. Noah K. Oh, we did not last long. Goodbye, Noah K. You will not be the first title or the first ticket holder. JC Brooklyn. Oh, and this triple threat's going to go after Rampage. Noah's got to walk past the chaos. Chin up. Good one, Drew. Good one, Drew. Finisher taker. Good one, Drew. Oh, well, I guess finishers can happen outside, so they don't need to be in the ring. They can fight here. There is Twisted Hero of the hand. JC Brooklyn goes right after him. This one's going up to the ramp. Oh, I love this. Finishers can happen anywhere. This is badass, dude. They're fighting on the stage. We never get that in RPW. This is awesome. JC twisted up top. Bear and Tyler in the ring. Is this number 9 or number 10? JC is looking big, you know. Back in the ring, and there is Comb, ladies and gentlemen. There is a Comb and Twisted Hero. Fighting on the ramp, but look at Twisted. Flexing in front of the Irishman. Comb Patricks, who loves to fight. Instantly grabbing Twisted Hero. Slams him down. Comb Patricks is leaving Twisted. He's going down to the ring, ladies and gentlemen. They're both going down to the ring. JC Brooklyn! What a move. TPV can still fly, though. God, we still have a main event to come. Prestigious Championship Open Challenge. What a damn show. Bear busted open. Week 150. For a reason. JC gets his first multi-man win. Do gauntlets count as a yeah, it's not battle royale, so yeah, it counts as a multi-man actually. Yeah, you're right. I was trying to, because sometimes multi-man they count as a battle royale, but no, this is a multi-man. Yeah, you're right. Winner faces Ask Crow next week. Comb Patricks wants a chance at that United States Championship. I know that. Had an awful season 3, got buried along the process. Bullet Club leader said, you better win. He could be on thin ice with Fredo. Oh, what a move, JC Brooklyn. He's not a cruiserweight, but he can still fly. He can still hit some springboards. Tyler Howard loving his new muscles, going for a little flex on the outside. Backbreaker by Comb. JC rolls out. Tyler Howard. 2 former World Heavyweight Champions fighting right here. Season 1 World Heavyweight Champions. It's been a while. Tyler with the strength. I wouldn't mind seeing US champ Tyler Howard. He is an All-American. Biggest thing out of Boise, Idaho. What a 10-man match. Fair play to Drew. Not the biggest names, but the names are putting on a show. Great way to start off the American ticket. We know Crow is performing next week against the winner too. I wonder if they actually have a ticket that they can hold at the end of it. Would be kind of cool. JC Brooklyn takes down Twisted. Tyler rolls out there. Can't even get it back in the ring. He helps him in. JC Brooklyn. Oh, was setting up for a finisher. Comb just saved a Twisted Hero. Comb just saved Twisted Hero. And that could have took JC Brooklyn's momentum away. Kick to the midsection. Brooklyn with a power driver. JC Brooklyn going for something with Comb. They can't quite reach each other. Willy Wonka golden ticket. So there's a golden ticket and there's a carnival starting today. Oh! Tyler, that's a finisher. Submission finisher. Tyler's eliminated. Tyler is eliminated just like that. JC Brooklyn could actually win it today. It comes down to these 4. Wasn't Brian Damage supposed to be in this? Well, the Giant stole his spot? I thought Brian Damage got announced. Welcome in, Dreadhead. Good to see you, my friend. A long time no see. Long time no see. Welcome into week 150 of Regents Pro Wrestling. Put on my match here today. I didn't even think about that. No, same. Double backbreaker. JC surveying. Oh, punched him into the bear. Double team maneuver. That was beautiful. Something must have happened backstage. JC going off the Twisted now. Gets stuck in front of the bodies. Brooklyn's looking good, to be fair. Did anyone hear a piano? Don't you start. We still have a main event to come. Don't you start. Comb go for the Comb kick. Comb and JC, man. Oh, they're so smart, aren't they? They are so smart. JC Brooklyn, goodbye. 0 for 13 in multi-man. You've missed a lot. You have indeed. It's week 150, brother. You missed Regents Mania. You missed a lot. Streak continues. Twisted Hero, bang. Goodbye, Colm. It's between Twisted and the bet. Oh, imagine Twisted wins. Imagine Twisted Hero wins. We will not hear the end of it, ladies and gentlemen. We will not hear the end of it. Let's go, Colm. He loses again. I think it's time you start cutting. Twisted Hero in front of the announcer's desk. Kick to the midsection. Next week, oh, he reverses onto the announcer's desk. The bear reverses. What a clutch reversal. What a clutch reversal by the bear. Bear vs Crow. Oh, Bear, US champ. I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. The bear in the corner. With the spear. And that is all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. Next week on Warzone, the bear goes up against Ask Crow. 1-on-1 for the American ticket. So far, the bear is the holder. And that is an American body right there. My goodness gracious me. That is a behemoth of a man, ladies and gentlemen. The bear is the first ticket holder. Great 10-man gauntlet. Great opener here today. Drew gives the ticket to the bear. Great opener. Great penultimate match. Great start for the American ticket. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time. The main event of week 150, ladies and gentlemen. I won't sing it out of respect for RK. I'll let him do that next week, ladies and gentlemen, if she main events yet again. There is your RPW prestigious champion. Now, we had Fredo retain his belt in the opener. We had Ollie retain his belt in the mid-card. Third title on the line here today, ladies and gentlemen. Can Lilith Lanza retain the RPW prestigious championship? She's issuing an open challenge. We don't know who's going to come out, though, is the question. I'm sure she'll have some things to say. Any guesses on who makes their way out to the ring? Remember, no former champions are allowed, or no current champions, sorry, are allowed. And there, look at the aura. Look at the light shining down on her. You can't help but be amazed, ladies and gentlemen. Love that belt as well, the white and the pink. Look amazing. Could we see a new champion? I don't know. There is Lilith Lanza issuing the open challenge to anyone in the back to come on down and fight for the championship. Who will answer the call is the question. Lanza is ready. And the lights go red. Ladies and gentlemen of the Bullet Club, I wasn't sure where that was going. The Queen of the Ring with a new look and a new song, as we have Ministry versus Bullet Club. Eden Rose against Lilith. Now, this is Eden Rose's first match of Season 4. Not really going with the Queen of the Ring attire anymore. Went black and red, interestingly. She has like the crown of roses, Sister of the Garden vibes, of course. I do like the look. It's not very Queen of the Ring, but again, I guess it doesn't have to be. It's a great look. New theme as well. GMK says new champ. Eden Rose with the aura. She's coming out with the RPW universe on her side. Listen, I'm a Bullet Clubber myself. And she's a former world champ herself, former Evolution champion as well, ladies and gentlemen. Cat ears, not crown. I'm talking about the actual crown of roses, not the cat ears, but yeah, she does have cat ears as well. Well, main event of Warzone, last week's main event. Of course, Lilith Lanza main event, and now main events yet again. Here we go. So far, 2 title matches, 2 retains.
Introducing the challenger.
Goodness gracious me, he's loud.
From Wellington,
I love
New
Rose.
Zealand.
She melting me. Excuse me, I wasn't correcting no words. Again, Eden Rose getting a lot of cheers. She's been here since the women's division started. She's been here since the beginning. Some say Lilith Lanza is the new Eden Rose, though. Like, she came in and took over, even surpassed Eden Rose as a 3-time prestigious champ, superstar of the year. Eden Rose has never been female superstar of the year. Lilith Lanza has. So some people claim that Lanza came in and stole the spotlight off Eden Rose, stole Eden Rose's spot in the women's revolution, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, made her own tag team with Bobby Divine Intervention as well. So he was very loud there, Jocko. He was very, very loud. Lanza and Eden Rose. Rick is ringing the bell. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Main event time of a Warzone. Ooh. And here we go. Prestigious championship on the line. Lanza back-to-back main events. I mean, I guess you have to say right now, Lanza is the face of Warzone. I know Fredo retained today, but Lanza's main event, if Fredo still hasn't main evented without the ministry, like RK likes to point out, Lanza main event in the first 2 shows of Warzone, week 150. BC could close, though, with the championship. A 3rd world championship in Bullet Club as well. A 3rd of 4 world championships would be absolutely crazy. The only one you would then need is Nicole O'Grady to take it off Bobby, and you'll have all 4 world champions. Has anyone ever had all 4 world championships in same stable? I don't think so, because no stable has 2 females, I guess, but that's crazy. Lanza goes top rope. We know she likes to go up and test her high-flying acrobatics. And that's exactly what she does. Eden Rose moves out of the way. Fan cam in action for the first time here today on week 150. What a way to set off week 150, by the way. We're going over the 2-hour mark. That's okay. We have a deal with YouTube. We can go however long we want. Nicole O'Grady books Rise this week. All we know so far is Ollie will be defending. Other than that, we know nothing. And then RK books Fury to end off week 150. And again, we know nothing other than Ollie, if he retains on Rise, will be defending there as well. Lanza in the corner. Eden Rose sends her face first into the top turnbuckle. Takes hold of the wrist. Off the middle rope, off the top rope. Nice little arm drag there as Rick watches on. Not at a pinfall yet between the two. Lanza rolls out of the way. Back and forth they go. Irish whip. Off the rope. Eden Rose. Nice slam down. Shades of Fredo with that one. Eden in the corner already. And shades of Norm with that one. Forearm. Everyone loves the forearms to the back these days. Reminds me of the hidden blade by the Reverend, and I don't like it. Oh, I suppose he's going for a spear. Goes for the leg. Does Lanza. Eden rolls out a Hurricane Runner of her own. Beautiful back and forth between these two superstars. Lanza's made Eden tap out a few times in her RPW career. Eden and Nicole's tag team record, not too great together. Here in RPW Sisters of the Garden, I think Nicole's 1 for 6 or 1 for 7 right now. Which is not what you want in the tag team division. No tag team matches today, were there? I think this is the first show in a long time. Oh no, there was the Diamond Dogs, but again, it didn't, you know. I guess it counts. Did it count? I don't know. Lanza taking off the top turnbuckle while Rick's not looking. Throws that bad boy away. And joins Eden outside. Fan cam in action on the opposite side now. Count out means Lanza retains, of course. And she holds onto that top rope. And pushes Eden down. Focusing on the leg now on the outside. Slowly. Manipulating the limbs. Is Lilith Lanza. Back into the ring. Count of 2 right now. Doesn't actually enter the ring, though, so the count continues. Lanza now back into the ring. No, still not. Going top rope yet again. She likes to go for these dangerous maneuvers. And this crossbody connects. Beautiful by Lanza. One of the better high flyers we have in RPW. Technically, she didn't enter the ring. She was top turnbuckle, but the referee restarted the count. So going top turnbuckle counts as entering the ring, which is interesting. I didn't know that. Both superstars down, count of 4. Count out means Lanza retains. Prestigious championship on the line here today, ladies and gentlemen. Only held the belt for 23 days. Now, of course, the history with the belt, her first reign was 62 days. Her second reign was 21 days. This reign is 23 days. Of course, her and Hope Eternal been passing the belt back and forth for the past, like 4 times now. It went Lilith, Hope, Lilith, Hope. Lilith? Is that right? Lilith, Hope, Lilith, Hope, Lilith. Yeah, so they've been passing it back and forth. Of course, Hope Eternal not booked here today as the day off. As, oh, Eden goes for the pinfall. Rick is distracted in the corner. So if Eden wins, she will break the cycle of Eden and of Lilith and Hope Eternal. Up on the shoulders. Oh, face first goes Lanza. Down on the canvas. Hooks the leg. Prestigious championship on the line, 2 count. And a strong kick out by Lilith Lanza. Backdrop by Eden. Turns out Lanza taking that turnbuckle off came, you know, worked in her favor. It worked in her favor. Referee was distracted while Eden went for the pinfall, so very well calculated by the champion. It would feel weird seeing the prestigious championship on someone that's not Lilith or Hope. It's been there for so long now. I mean, the last time one of them was not a champion was Kira Frost in August 2024, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know how crazy that is? Half the year it's gone between Lilith and Hope Eternal. And Eden has the chance to break that trend here today. This is Lilith's first defense of this reign. Eden back in the ring. Great main event matchup, though. Again, a lot of history, a lot of tag team action between these two. Big chop across the chest. Ref counts are quick this year. You've not seen Rebecca. Goodness gracious me. Goodness gracious me. Back and forth, these two superstars go. Chops and punches. Lefts and rights. Both equally flying. Both equally connecting. Both looking to do the job and finish off their opponent, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's going to end in a stalemate. Like we normally see there, it is. Both superstars flying. Separated for a moment. Who comes out with a nice roll-up by Lilith Lanza. Look at the arch of the back. Keeping those shoulders down, but Eden with the strength to kick up. Kick to the midsection, and a face first goes. Eden Rose. Don't know if Lanza had a name for that move yet. As she hooks the leg. 1, 2, and a 3 was on the way, but a kick out there. At 2.5. Women's wrestling. Hey, back-to-back main events for women on Warzone, by the way. This year is the year for women's wrestling. Rose Plant face first goes Lanza. New champion potentially, ladies and gentlemen. Hooks the leg away from the ropes. Rick rolls in. Eden Rose gets to Lanza. Kicks out. I think season 3 was the start of like the greatest woman revolution we've ever seen. Season 4, it's going to get bigger and better than ever. It really, really is. Oh my God, Eden set up. Surely now. Oh, Lanza fighting back though with a reversal. Right hand missed. Eden has... Oh, Spear gets reverse DDT. What a reversal. Liv needs a finish called the Lanza Ganza. Little sister Abigail by Eden Rose. Rolls over. Hooks the leg. Prestigious championship could be changing hands. Potentially, no. Eden's getting close, you know. Eden's doing well. Got to be wary of that Lanza lock, which he's tapped out to before. Oh my God, Rose Plant. Fingers are up. Ladies and gentlemen, new prestigious... Oh, Eden, 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 Eden. The resiliency from Lanza. The resiliency from Lanza. That is amazing. Eden kick to the back. Prestigious championship on the line. When was the last time Eden was prestigious champion? March 1st, 2024 was Eden's last championship reign with this belt, ladies and gentlemen. March 4th. It's been over a year since she's held the prestigious championship, which is crazy to think, especially because she's been on Warzone the entire time too. I think the belt was on Friday, to be fair, at some point, but... March could be her year to win the prestigious championship. Potentially. Earn her second prestigious title reign. Right-handers flying again. You can see the bruises on the face of Eden Rose. Lanza Ganza, I'll call it for now. I've done it for Eden, I'll do it for Lanza. And still. Oh my god, the resiliency. What the? Neither superstar. Giving an inch, Lanza. Taking in the crowd cheering one more time. And fair play to Eden Rose. She came out in the open challenge. And she's proving why she did answer the call, ladies and gentlemen. Resiliency is insane. She's going toe-to-toe with the prestigious champion. Forearm across the face. Rip goes down for the pinfall. The foot gets on the rope just in time. What a save from the champion. The ring IQ from the female superstar of the year. Oh my god. Oh my god, my pen is down. But ladies and gentlemen, away from the rope. No rope to save you this time. Or is there? Eden Rose are over. Surely now. Eden Rose, new prestigious champion. Oh my god, Lanza is still kicking. How is she still going? How is she still? That's why she's main eventing, ladies and gentlemen. That is why she's main eventing. Nice reversal out of the corner. I really think it could be next finishing move does it. Outside the ring, don't end in a counter after this amazing match. Surely it doesn't end in a counter, right? Of course, the champion does retain. Would Lanza take that, though? Nah, she gets Eden right back in the ring. That's what I love to see. That's what I love to see from a champion. Right back in the ring, ladies and gentlemen. And a Lancelot could win it. No, oh, sharpshooter! We saw her start using this recently. A sharpshooter, ladies and gentlemen, is locked in. Eden was about to tap. What is it? Oh, that's King Daniel! Burning hammer to Lanza. That's King Daniel, ladies and gentlemen. From Friday Night Fury, the former World Heavyweight Champion just had burning hammer. Hope Eternal with a heel to the back of the head. What is going on? Hope with the pinfall. What just happened? Hope, where's Eden Rose?
Here is your winner, and new
They're giving her the belt?
Pro Wrestling
They've given her a belt, ladies and gentlemen.
Champion.
The black strap is back. They've given Hope Eternal a belt. Because Daniel here, burning hammer. Where did Eden Rose go? Why is Hope Eternal in the main event? Holding a prestigious champion, a fake. That's not the prestigious championship, it's white and pink. Hope Eternal has just come out and stolen the prestigious championship, ladies and gentlemen. Lilith Lanza gets pinned from someone that wasn't even in the match to begin with. Daniel counts it. What just happened? Is this the carnival that we're talking about? Hope Eternal has a black strapped prestigious championship. Is Lilith, is she still champ? She had a belt. Hope had a belt, but it wasn't her belt. Daniel hit a burning hammer on Lilith Lanza. Eden Rose was nowhere to be seen. So what happens next? Who is the prestigious champion? RK's actions have caused. He's blaming RK for it, ladies and gentlemen. He's blaming his loss of the World Heavyweight Championship on RK, and now he's taking it out on Lilith Lanza. He gifted Hope Eternal a black prestigious championship. Ladies and gentlemen, week 150. Apparently now there's two prestigious champions on Warzone as we move on to Rise. What will come of it? They stole the title. RK's booking Fury this week. How does that make sense? How does anything make sense when you have the carnival gimps running around, the jokers and jesters and clowns? So there's 2 prestigious championships on WOAH Warzone now. There's going to be a lot of talking after this, ladies and gentlemen. I'll catch you on Rise. Ollie's defending the Cruiserweight Championship. Nicole O'Grady is managing, taking over booking Rise. My head is gone. I don't know what's happened. Who is the champion on WOAH Warzone, ladies and gentlemen? I don't even think I can say this is who we are after I just saw Burning Hammer on her, but I guess for Fury, we'll see what RK does. And remember that this is who we are.
Obsessed with the rest, I got an itch to scratch. I'll give up everything. If I could see my dreams, I'll make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make what I want a reality. Don't let go. Don't let go. I'll make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything. If I can see my dream, make things right.